Hello guys, welcome to biology class, and today we are going to learn about tissues. So what are tissues? So tissues are basically, in general, they are a cluster of cells or group of cells, okay? And in specific part, what are tissues? Tissues are a group of cells with similar structure which perform specific function are called tissues. So today we are going to learn about two types of tissues which are present in plant cells and animal cells. So first we will study about tissues present in plant cells. So in case of plants, most of the tissues are found in the form of dead cells, and in case of animals, the tissues are living, that is, the cells are living, because animals are locomotory and plants are stationary, so they need mainly tissues for mechanical support, right? So in case of animals, since animals are moving, they need lot of energy, so most of the tissues are living. So let's study one by one in case of plants, okay? So in case of plants, there are three types of tissues. One is meristematic tissue, second one is simple permanent tissue, and the third one is complex permanent tissue. Okay, so meristematic tissue is known as growing tissue and it is present in specific parts of the plants. And why it is called growing tissue? Because helps in growth and it divides faster and faster at faster rate. So meristematic tissue are present in three types. One is apical, second one is lateral meristematic tissue, and third one is intercalary. So apical meristematic tissue, suppose this is a plant, these are roots. So apical meristem is present in roots and at the apex. So here in these both parts, apical meristem tissue is present, which helps in growth of tip of the plants and also roots, which require faster rate of growth. And lateral is present here, girth, which helps in growth in the lateral regions, that is, growth of the plant increases due to lateral meristematic tissue. And intercalary helps in the growth of twigs or below the leaves they are present. So for example, here it's a branch, so intercalary are present here. Okay, so these are meristematic tissue. One is apical, present at the apex. Lateral helps in the growth of girth of the plant, and intercalary are present here, okay, which helps in growth of leaves and branches. So this is all about meristematic tissue. So permanent tissue is what? When meristematic tissue reaches at certain stage, it stops dividing and they take a particular shape and size. It is called differentiation and perform a specific function. So when they stop the growth of meristematic tissue, they turn into permanent tissue because they have stopped the growth, okay. So permanent tissue are formed due to differentiation, that is, when the cells divide and reach the saturation limit, when they stop dividing and perform a specific function, they form a permanent tissue. So there are three types of permanent tissue. One is parenchyma, second one is collenchyma, and third one is sclerenchyma. Spelling may go wrong, so just cross verify it. Okay, so parenchyma is a basic supporting tissue, and here the space between the cells is, they are loosely packed. And in collenchyma, they are in the mid range of sclerenchyma and parenchyma, so the cells are elongated, and here in sclerenchyma the cells are narrow and long. So sclerenchyma is for stiff and rigid support, these are for mechanical support, and parenchyma is a basic tissue. So remember that much. Here sclerenchyma, you can give the example of coconut, because that's stiff, and here the cells are, most of the sclerenchyma are dead, okay. So the outer region, that's the girth of the plant, the bark, those cells are made up of sclerenchyma. and coconut is stiff, right? So skin and gum. So this is about permanent tissue. Next comes epidermis. So epidermis is nothing but the outermost layer of plants which protects the plants from the loss of water loss. So epidermis protects the every region of leaf. So it's present on the leaf. So in case of plants present in desert region, the epidermis is thick and waxy. So it prevents water loss. Okay. And next is, there is small opening called stomata in leaves, guarded by two guard cells which are in shape of kidney, and they help in transpiration. So they control the intake and outtake of all the gases and oxygen and carbon dioxide components. So that's all about epidermis. Third one is complex permanent tissue. So majorly complex permanent tissue, we have xylem and phloem. Okay, and in xylem we have 4 parts, in phloem we have 4 types. Parts mean types. Okay, sorry. So xylem tracheids, xylem vessels, xylem parenchyma, and xylem fibers. And in phloem we have sieve tubes, then phloem fibers, phloem parenchyma, and companion cells. So most important part of xylem is it helps to conduct water from roots to all the parts of the plants, and in case of phloem it helps in storage. Okay, so that's the main thing that you should remember, and these are 4 types that you should remember: xylem tracheids, xylem vessels, xylem parenchyma, and xylem fibers. Okay, and here sieve tubes, phloem fibers, phloem parenchyma, and companion cells. So next on, this is all about plants. Okay, now we will see about animal tissues. First one is epithelial tissue, and it's the protective tissue, and it separates the organs from the external environment. So there are 4 types of epithelial tissue. One is simple squamous epithelial, then is stratified and columnar, and one is cuboidal. So simple squamous epithelium is thin and flat and is present in most of the parts, skin and esophagus. Stratified is controls the organs from wear and tear. Okay, and columnar has cilia, and this cilia can move, and the movement of cilia pushes the mucus forward and cleans it. So cuboidal are present on the lining of kidney, and they help in mechanical support. Okay, the next is connective tissue, and connective tissue is composed of matrix, and matrix may be of fluidish, gelish type. Okay, and these are some of the examples of connective tissue. So blood is a connective tissue, bones are also connective tissue, and in blood the matrix is present in the form of plasma, and it contains RBC, WBC, and platelets. Okay, RBC are red blood cells, WBC are white blood cells, and platelets helps in clotting, and they also help in transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide in between the organs. Bones, the matrix is composed of calcium phosphate, and they are strong connective tissue. Then tendons and ligaments. So tendons are basically, they connect muscle to bone, and ligaments connect bone to bone. Okay, and the next type of connective tissue is cartilage. Cartilage is widely spaced, that means the space between the tissues is wide and forms the bone surface, and present in nose, and the matrix is composed of sugar and proteins. Next is irregular connective tissue. It helps in repairing of tissues and fills the space inside organs. Okay, last one is adipose, and the major function of adipose is fat storage, and it is located below skin. So the next is muscular tissue. So muscular tissues are elongated, and they are responsible for movement. There are 3 types of muscular tissue: striated, unstriated, and cardiac. So striated are basically voluntary, the voluntary muscles, that means which we can control the movement, and unstriated are involuntary. Here the control is not in a hand, so they are responsible for the function of contraction and relaxation of blood vessels. And let's see one by one everything. So striated muscles are basically voluntary, and they are long, cylindrical, unbranched, and multinucleated. Unstriated muscles are uninucleated, and they are smooth muscles. Here cells are long pointed ends and they help in contraction and relaxation of blood vessels. Last one is cardiac muscles. So they are cylindrical, branched and uninucleated. Example is heart. So the relaxation of heart and contraction of heart throughout the life, they are present there. Okay, cardiac muscles. So the last one is nervous tissue. So they help in transfer of response to stimuli, that is the sensation of or the feeling of touch, all we feel because of nerve cells. So they are all the parts like brain, spinal cord, they are all composed of nerve cells. This is the rough figure or rough diagram of nerve cells. So it consists of nucleus, cytoplasm, dendrites, axons, and these are nerve endings. Okay, so this help in transfer of nerve cells, nerve impulses. Okay, so this is all about plant tissues, animal tissues, and that's it. So if you like the video, do like, share and subscribe. Okay.